Screw it. We'll do it live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to those of you where it's early in the world. Good morning. And good evening if you're in a different part of the world. No matter what time of the day it is, it's iPhone time. Everybody and their grandma is going to be ordering this iPhone 12 mini. So I hope you guys got your refresh fingers ready because we have got some ordering to do. Also, HomePod Mini should be available to pre-order as soon as the Apple Store goes live. Who's getting a mini? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. In case there are those of you, I'm probably going to get asked this a million times, but I'm going to say it at the beginning anyway. I'll be grabbing a black 128 gig iPhone 12 mini, as well as a graphite 128 gig 12 Pro Max. And it seems like a lot of the hands-on videos have now been published by different news agencies, which is cool. Hey, Viper's in the chat, Randy's in the chat. Welcome, welcome. 5G user here. I get mid-band almost everywhere and minimal extra drain, but millimeter wave does drain battery significantly. The LTE is faster, but not by too much. That's funny. The LTE is faster. I just finished the iPhone 12 Pro review video, which you guys will probably see tomorrow, unless plans change. But yeah, I did a speed test for the B-roll shots, and oh man, I had 5G turned on, and I did a speed test, and it was abysmal. It was like 10 down, and then I go into settings and turn off 5G, and I got like 40 down. No joke. I have this all in very crisp 4K at 60, so it just made me laugh filming that. No, I don't think black's a boring color. I think it's a classy color. And honestly, I was going to get red, but I hate all the colors they went with this year. The blue is so like faded and it changes depending on the lighting environment you're in. And I know it looks nothing like the website blue, so I don't want the blue. And I also saw that red now looks pink, so I don't want a pink phone. I don't like that really, really light shade of red. And I hate this Pacific blue after using it for the past few weeks. This doesn't look good. And I've had a silver iPhone for the past 2 years, so I want something different. So I don't want silver. Gold is not really my style. I don't like phones that look like jewelry. So I'm not a fan of the red. I'm not a fan of the blue. Green is not my thing either. So black is pretty much the only classy, up-to-date way for me to go. And honestly, Pacific blue looks gray like 90% of the time. It's only just occasionally blue in certain lighting. It definitely looks nothing like the website. I can confirm that. Ignacio hates that the pre-orders are at 5 a.m. I gotta admit, I really like the pre-orders being at 5 a.m. because in my opinion, at least in my lifestyle, it's much easier to get up early and order than it is to stay up until midnight because and I think Apple knows that because they know that a lot of people have jobs on Friday and you got to get up early opposed to getting up late. Obviously, we all live in different parts of the world and have different lifestyles, so, you know, whatever. I get it. It's frustrating to some of you, but I've just had a white phone for the past couple of years, so I'm ready to switch it up, something else. GNRW Lucifer, thank you for the super chat. I think the HomePod Mini comes out on the 16th. It does, but you can pre-order it today. So, yes, once the Apple Store goes live in about 27 minutes, you will be able to pre-order a HomePod Mini, but it will not deliver until the 16th. So, a few days after the 12 Mini and 12 Pro Max start delivering. And probably be able to do in-store pickup on the 16th as well. Injamar, thank you for the super chat. I have already ordered the Pro Max in Iceland. Huge fan. Keep up the great work. Congrats. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making. Elvid C super chat. It says, should I get into MagSafe or something like, I don't know what, mouse? Sorry. I'm going to sound like an idiot on this subject. Like most subjects, but thank you for the donation. I really like MagSafe. I know some YouTubers are hating on it, but I actually I'm going to be taking a anniversary trip next week, so I'm actually not going to be here. But I did pre-record some videos that are going to come out while I'm away, and also I will be working on my trip. I'll be doing a few one video in the hype stream and everything for the Mac event. I'll still be covering that, and we'll also still do the unboxing for the 12 Pro Max and 12 Mini. And there's videos outside of that, but one of those videos is about MagSafe and if it's ready to replace Lightning. And it's kind of a yes and no, but overall, I really like MagSafe after using it for a while. I feel like there's some people that just aren't used to it and are taking that as a drawback, but I've gotten used to it, and it's so it's so comfortable and easy to use, which I really really like. So yeah, I'll order a Apple Silicon MacBook once they're available. They're not available yet, but so I'm gonna turn on slow mode to prevent the spam. How long do you reckon until the site crashes? Well, with pre-order days, usually the site is like instantly crashed, like the minute it goes live. We don't know for sure what the port is on MagSafe Duo, but yeah, there's some people telling me that it looks like Lightning, and I'm looking at the port on the picture, and to me it looks like USB-C. He's claiming, Iton Marks on Twitter is claiming that it is Lightning, but I don't know. I'm looking at my USB-C cable that's charging my iPad Pro right now, and it looks just like that. I need to get some more Lightning cables to compare to, but in my opinion, it looks like USB-C, but I guess we don't know for sure yet. Videos with K, thank you for the super chat. Have you seen the app that lets you 3D scan stuff with LiDAR? It's called 3D Scanner app, and it's insanely cool. I actually did try it last night. Sorry, I don't bring this up in the review, but Nick kept going on and on about the 3D Scanner app. I wasn't that impressed. I tried to scan a few things, and it just worked horribly. It didn't look good. So anyway, maybe I'm just using it wrong, but in my opinion, it's interesting at best, but I definitely would not pay money for LiDAR or the 3D scanning feature. Maybe if you're some type of high-end developer, I guess you would want something like that. But in my opinion, LiDAR is kind of a joke, to be honest with you. Like, I really thought LiDAR would be more useful than it ended up being. I thought that they might apply it to more things, and now that I've had it on the 12 Pro and I've used it for the past few weeks, I can confidently say you don't need LiDAR. It's not very useful, and it's not that helpful. Thank you for the super chat, Alex Diaz. He said, "Hey, dude, do you have a vision for AR glasses and what they could do and change the way we interact with our tech?" Yeah, I've done lots of videos on why I think the AR glasses could be huge if they get the hardware right. Like if you were able to literally project 3D holograms wherever you wanted. I mean, just saying that out loud sounds insane, but it's possible through AR tech like that. If you were able to just have messages and notifications or external monitors or TVs just go wherever you wanted them to, and you no longer needed dedicated displays, or you know how we like the minimal volume indicator? Imagine changing the volume, except the indicator shows up on the side of the phone instead of on the screen itself, or when you get a text, instead of it dropping down, it comes out from behind the phone. All this stuff is possible with AR glasses, and it's just a matter of figuring out how to get the battery life good enough and the design sleek enough so that it doesn't look crazy when you put them on. So yeah, I think there's huge potential for that market once the hardware is there. Right now the hardware isn't really feasible, but I think Apple's definitely working on it. Dennis, thank you for the super chat. Will iPhone 12 mini be sold out quickly? I imagine there's a reason they delayed these two phones. Like, keep that in mind. There's a reason the 12 mini and the 12 Pro Max were not available at the same time as the 12 and 12 Pro. It was likely because Apple saw these two phones as likely going to be less in demand. I mean, in the first place, the 12 and 12 Pro are very, very similar phones, and they likely invested all of their supply chains into the 6.1-inch panels. And in teardowns, we found out that the 12 and 12 Pro have a ton of incredibly similar parts. So basically, if you're going to scale production of the 12, it's very easy to also scale production of the 12 Pro. But the 12 mini and 12 Pro Max were likely pushed back because they figured those wouldn't be as popular. They probably are expecting the 12 mini to be a bit more popular than the Pro Max, but still less popular than the 6.1-inch model. So I imagine supply is a bit constrained, but if you guys are watching the stream and you plan on ordering one today, I can tell you after 3 or 4 years now, I think, of pre-ordering the latest iPhone and getting it on launch day, as long as you're refreshing the Apple Store page and you're there like in the first few minutes it goes live and you get your order in, you'll be fine. I mean, they sell out, not out. I mean, the ship dates get pushed back. iPhones don't really sell out exactly. But if you're just talking about shipping on launch day, sorry, I bumped the mic there. Then usually they don't sell out within like seconds. It's typically like 20 minutes is a fast one. I remember reserving the iPhone 10, which was always went down in my mind as like the most heavy in demand but low in supply iPhone ever. And it was probably 15 or 20 minutes before the ship date starts slipping, and it typically doesn't take you 15, 20 minutes to get your order in. It's like, okay, as long as you're refreshing the app and you get in there within the first 10 minutes, you'll probably still get it on launch day. And last time it wasn't even that fast. I recall last time checking the Apple Store app a few hours after pre-ordering, and you could still order on launch day with certain configurations. Sometimes the more popular colors sell out faster and that kind of thing. So it's not over, in case you're curious. We're still early. We've got 20 minutes to go until the Apple Store goes live. And to those who are just tuning in, I'll be getting a black iPhone 12 mini 128 gig and a graphite 12 Pro Max. And I'm not sure which one I'm going to keep, which is why I'm excited. All right. Thank you, Rockford Media, for the super chat. Happy I followed your advice for waiting for the Pro Max. Yeah, I think if you're torn on any of the sizes, it's always a good idea to wait, because all good things, right? The word Q is just the alphabet Q. The other alphabets are waiting their turn. You mean letter Q? Double Black 28, thank you for the super chat. Tyler Forte, which one do you think by gut you'll keep? That's the thing, Tyler. I really don't know. If I had to guess, I don't know. Like, I guess I've always been kind of a bigger display guy in general, but I've never been able to compare it to something like the 12 mini, which is why I think there's a chance I could end up keeping the mini. But if the mini is too small for me and I end up being uncomfortable with it, then like I guess I have a track record of always going with the phone with the biggest display. So for that reason, maybe the 12 Pro Max is more likely for me to keep. But I'm really excited to try out that mini, because I'm not really against smaller iPhones. It's just typically smaller iPhones have fairly small displays, and 5.4 inches in that small a form factor is actually pretty decent. So I'm very curious to try it out. Alex Diaz, thank you for the super chat. I think AR will make displays pointless. Also, I think app clips will be integral to AR. Yeah, I agree. In time, they will make displays pointless. Probably not at first, because AR glasses won't have as good a display panels, or they won't be able to recreate a display experience as good as something like the Pro Display XDR at first, in the first generations and stuff. But in time, I think they'll get better. And also something like a TV that multiple people can watch, a little bit harder to do, because you got to buy AR glasses for everybody. Marvin Bach super chatted, says, do I have to close the app and multitask to refresh? I think so. That's how I do it every year. I'm not exactly sure if you have to, but that's just what I do. Murat, thank you for the super chat. In Germany, I get 300 down on 4G. Why is US so terrible? There's multitudes of reasons, but the main one is that larger countries, it's harder to develop a solid infrastructure for any type of internet, cellular or home internet, because you have to run way more cable in larger countries than you do smaller countries. So if your country has a physically much smaller size, then obviously running cable across the country to different towers and that kind of thing is a lot cheaper to do in the smaller countries. Fox Miller super chatted, says, what is the best storage option for an iPhone? There's no overall best. It just depends on, the best one is the one that works for you the most. Texer Tech, thank you for the super chat. Enjoy the extra sleep. 18 minutes out. Yeah. I'm not getting extra sleep over this Apple, but thank you anyway. Quentin Williams super chatted, I actually set up an automation with Siri shortcuts to automatically run as a failsafe. Oh, interesting. That's a cool idea. Best storage option? I don't know. If you're fine with, I know some people that can still get by with 64 gigs. Save yourself $50 and get 64 gigs. But if 64 gigs isn't cutting you, then spend the extra 50. There's no one size fits all. It's like saying, what is the best iPhone size objectively? It's like, there's no debate there. But thank you for the super chat, Fox. Rockford donated again. Wow, getting the 12 Pro Max blue, 12 Mini black, HomePod Mini, both colors. RIP bank account. Yeah, all the money's coming out today, especially on the 12 Pro Max. 12 Mini's not that bad, affordability-wise. Yeah, I have come to the conclusion that I cannot decide on the Mini or the Max based on looking at pictures of it on a website. I absolutely need to try them, and once I try them, I'll come to a decision. Let's see. Jeff super chatted, when long-range rear-wheel drive Model Y release in Canada, eh? I don't even know when it's going to release in the U.S. I thought it would be out by now. Nikov, thank you for the super chat. There is zero 5G coverage in the UK, and our internet is generally slow compared to other places. Yeah, I think that might be partially because it's an island, so it's somewhat separated from the rest of the EU. What is the best color? What is the best iPhone color? Yeah, this is an objective thing, I think. I am not a big fan of Pacific Blue. Obviously, colors are very subjective, but I've been using this for a couple weeks now, and I don't like it. It looks gray in most lighting. It barely looks blue. And sometimes in other lighting, it looks green. So I'm going graphite. I want to stick with graphite. And I'm also not a fan of the stainless steel. It looks... Maybe there was something about older years, or maybe just my silver being more curved off, that fingerprints did not show up as easily on the 11 series, whereas on the 12 Pro, I gotta be honest, it looks terrible, like all the time. The fingerprints and the oils it picks up, it's just, ugh. So I'm not in love with the steel. If I could get the 12 Pro Max in aluminum, I would prefer that, honestly. I think it's lighter, it looks cleaner, and with something like the Pro Max, you definitely want it to be a bit lighter. The 12 Pro Max, in case you guys didn't know, is the heaviest iPhone of all time. It may be a little bit thinner than the 11 Pro Max, but it's still heavier. This is the first iPhone, I think, to break the 8 grams market. I'm not about that product salmon. No, I don't want I don't want that pinkish red. Not my thing. If it was more of a deeper, like, Apple Watch red, I would have gone for it, but looking at certain pictures of it, ugh. No, I'm not a fan of the blue or red colors this year. So that's why I'm going with the black for both. How's the battery life on Mini? My biggest concern. Well, it's only just a couple hours worse than the 12 Pro, and in my opinion, 12 Pro battery was great. Like, it's no 11 Pro Max. Again, this can easily get me through 2 days on a single charge. Okay, varies by use, so it's going to be different for everyone. But you're asking my opinion, so I'm giving you my experience. This can last me 2 days on a charge. 12 Pro Max could last me about a day easily, maybe a day and a half. But I was still ending the day with the 12 Pro Max at 40, 30%. So it was still comfortably getting me through the day, probably average of around 7 to 8 hours of screen on time. So the 12 Mini is going to be less than that. I still think it's fine. It's going to be an all-day battery for me. For you and your usage, it might be worse, but for me at least, it's not a huge concern because I spend most of my time at home and I can charge with a wireless charger on my desk. So, Chin Opie, thank you for the super chat. If you're coming from a 10S that you think is too big, do you think the Mini will be a good size? Well, if a smaller iPhone is what you want, Mini is like the smallest iPhone they've made in years. So, yeah, I think the Mini would be a good option. It might be significantly, if you're coming from a 10S. No, I thought you said 10S Max. Then, yeah, it would be smaller than the 10S, for sure. Texer Tech, thank you for the super chat. I get the black phone every year. Been spending more time in the sun, so I'm getting white this year to reflect the UV rays. Overheating is real. Okay, fair enough. There's some good logic. Trail Miner, thank you for the super chat. The month-long wait is over. My 6S Plus knows its time has come. Yes! Oh, my God. Still rocking the 6S Plus. That's what my dad is still rocking, but thankfully, since I'm upgrading, he's going to get the 11 Pro Max. So, congrats to Dad. And congrats to Trail Miner, finally ditching 3D Touch. You will be missed. And the headphone jack. I hope you're not using that too regularly, because you're not getting it. Battery life equals turn off 5G. You don't need it. Yeah, I honestly have seen multiple YouTubers now, including myself and other people across the country. Again, it depends on where you are. I know that internet speeds are very subjective. But in case you're not sure how 5G is going to perform, lots and lots of people I have seen turn off the 5G setting and get faster speeds and a longer battery life. In my opinion, that's really stupid. I don't care if, well, where I am, 5G is fast. It's like the fact that it exists in multitudes of places. This is not an isolated instance. Like, there are multiple occasions where turning off 5G gives you better internet. That's just downright dumb, in my opinion. That's so stupid. Like, if you're going to brag about 5G, I expect whenever that little 5G icon's in the corner, that should be outperforming LTE. I don't care where you are. I don't care. Well, but it's still 5G, though. I don't care. If it's slower, it's dumb. And this is everything I hate about 5G. What's the best way to get it? In my opinion, in my experience, the Apple Store app has been more reliable. The website has always been laggy and glitchy with pre-orders, whereas the Apple Store app has worked very, very reliably for me in the past. I'm refreshing it right now. So if you want my advice, I say go with the app if you can. How's the reception? I mean, I have decent coverage where I am, but like I said, I literally got 4 times the speed when I turned off 5G. I haven't seen LTE outperform 5G by that much, but I have seen it. That happened for Sam from iUpdate. It happened for Snazzy Labs. He said there's a lot of places where he got faster speeds by turning off 5G. And also, when he did have 5G, the speeds were fast but killed his battery way faster. So, yeah, I don't think it's worth it. And I think most people could turn it off and experience better performance. Cole Pearl, thank you for the super chat. Told myself I wasn't going to get gold again this year, but the change in the gold color changed my mind. No more rose gold, thankfully. Yeah, I have not seen the gold 12 Pro in person, and I probably never will. I was just thinking, is there a situation where I'm going to go to an Apple store and check one out? I don't think so because of the pandemic and everything. So I probably won't, but I've never seen a version of gold I liked. Just even when it's flashy, even when it looks really clean and luxurious, I don't want a phone that looks like that. It's something about, I don't know, something about the shine and shimmer, the luxury feel is not my thing. I just want, basic, clean looking metal. I'm not a stainless steel fan. I would rather, mainly because stainless steel is all marketing jargon. It's like, on the website, obviously, stainless steel has this cool mirror finish and it looks really nice. But in person, it never looks like that, which is why it's a total, caught by the marketing thing. Please do not buy a Pro iPhone just because you really want the steel. That's such a bad reason to. And also, spoiler alert for the 12 Pro review, I don't think you should buy this. And I also think that Apple is swearing off the 11 Pro a little too easily, because there is a bunch of advantages by going with an 11 Pro over a 12 Pro that I feel like aren't being appreciated, especially when it comes to price. If you care this much about stainless steel and the telephoto lens, just get an 11 Pro. Save yourself some money. You'll get a more compact, comfortable design. You'll still get the steel. You'll save money. You don't get 5G, which is, in my opinion, a great a great thing. Hey, no 5G. Your battery life lasts way longer on the 11 Pro compared to the 12 Pro. This has a worse battery. So yeah, if you're that passionate about the telephoto lens and steel, just find a certified refurbished 11 Pro, probably for $100 less than this. So people are saying different carriers are going live. That's usual. Most of the time, carriers will open their website pre-orders a bit earlier. Obviously, Apple's Apple Store app will go live at around 5 a.m., but also don't freak out if it doesn't go live exactly at 5. I've been doing this for a few years now, and I can attest that whenever the store goes live, it will go live for certain people and not go live for others, like depending on your region. Sometimes it can take up to 4 to 5 minutes. So if it's not live at exactly 5 a.m., don't freak out. That's normal. It happens. You're not gonna miss your launch day. You like the way that stainless steel ages with the micro scratches? You like micro scratches? But why? Why would you like to scratch it over time? I hate that. Personally, I see aluminum age much better. I don't know if MagSafe Duo will be available today. I don't think so. Most of the rumors I was reading were saying MagSafe Duo wouldn't be available until next year. A multi-device Apple-made wireless charger getting delayed till next year. Where have we seen this before? Thank you for the super chat, Tristan Brown. 5G is like 8K, amazing, but not practical yet. Yeah, I don't think 8K is ever going to be very practical. Law of diminishing returns, but that's a different subject. Chin Opie, thank you for the super chat. My concern was it might be too small. I'm going to wait till the display models come out, then see. Do you think they will make a Pro Mini one day? Yeah, I want them to. I get why we want that. I would probably want it too if it's possible to get a small iPhone like that with all the Pro features. The thing is, it doesn't look very good for a Pro Mini right now because even the 12 Pro is not getting the same camera sensors as the 12 Pro Max. And it's just a simple fact that when you make a bigger phone, you can stuff better tech inside it. You can stuff a larger battery, a larger camera sensor that you physically cannot stuff into a smaller phone. So even as technology gets better and better and we're able to miniaturize better and better cameras and that kind of thing, we're still going to have better sensors with a larger phone. So it could be like today's version of Pro makes its way into the mini iPhones, but by that time, the bigger iPhones will have something else. They'll have something even better. They'll have something larger, something like that. So I don't know. It's kind of a physics battle. It's kind of hard to make something that's just as capable on the big phone, also just as capable on the little phone, just because you have less space to work with. But yeah, it might be that way for a long time. It might be the Max has the best camera and the best battery compared to the smaller phone, and that's just the reality we have to live with. Why didn't they make the Mini a full screen with the Touch ID? Does any of them? I only one who thinks of it. You're not the only one, but I think more people would have preferred Face ID, and it also would have been a little awkward if the 12 Mini had a smaller notch than the rest of the lineup because it's cheaper and missing a few things. So, yeah. I could see why they didn't go forward with Touch ID on the Mini. But there's rumors that the next SE, which would not come out until 2022, so I'm not saying this is coming out soon or anything, but there were rumors that Apple had in development a iPhone that didn't have Face ID but still had a full screen display, and it had Touch ID on the side button, kind of like the iPad Air, having it on the power button. I think there's a good chance that could just be a prototype and not an actual planned model. I'm sure they have prototypes of iPhones with Touch ID on the side button, but I don't know for sure if they're actually going to go forward with it. But we'll see, I guess. Hey, Nikias in the chat saying you better be getting 50 HomePod Minis. Yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna order as many HomePod Minis so that we can steal them away from everybody else. Ray Day, thank you for the super chat. Good morning. I just got an iPhone XS a few days ago, so I'm good for probably a few years. Okay, there you go. Good for you. Set for a few years. I hope you got it for a good deal. XS is still a good phone. In case any of you were curious of should I upgrade or not, or how crucial is an upgrade, my advice is if you don't care about the camera, you don't need to upgrade to the 12 unless you don't have an OLED display or a 10R or 11. If you have Face ID on your phone and you don't care about camera, I don't think you need to upgrade to the 12, to be honest with you. If you do care about the camera, then I will say 2018 iPhones or earlier, you're good to upgrade. So upgrading your iPhone 10 to the 12 is a pretty substantial camera upgrade with ultra wide and night mode and that kind of thing. So I could see it being worth it. Tech Enthusiast super chatted. Thank you. What are your experiences shipping to home versus store pickup when pre-ordering from Apple? It's my first time, so I'm nervous. Also, love your stuff. Don't be nervous. It's very underwhelming. You get your order in, and it's fine. In my experience, I live fairly far away from an Apple store. So there were times in the past, before the pandemic, where I would just enjoy going to the Apple store early in the morning and getting my iPhone. But by the time I have to wait in line all day and then finally, even with the check-in window, even get into the store and tell them, hey, this is my order, and then they have to go back and get it, and you got to wait around. And then you finally get your order, and then I have to drive all the way back home. After all that time, it ends up taking around the same amount of time as it would take for a carrier to just ship the iPhone to me. So I don't actually save much time by picking it up myself, and I spend a lot more money on gas, obviously. So it's ended up just not really being worth it to me, which is why I'm doing everything online and just shipping it to me. I've had better luck with that, so apologize for my focus on the Apple Store app because it's almost 5 a.m. It should be going live any minute now. So soon, you care about the chonk phone. That's what we need. Tech says, refreshing won't update as fast as quitting the app per se. Has to do with cloud computing and load balancing. Quit an open app, folks. Okay, so there's your advice from Tech. Thank you for the super chat once again. So yeah, what I'm doing is just closing and reopening again. And I have them favorited, so I should be able to check them out fairly quickly, which is good. Would 2 HomePods work on my telly with my PS4 5? I don't think so. The HomePods are super limited connectivity-wise. They don't even have Bluetooth. I think they pretty much only have AirPlay. So I doubt the PlayStation supports that. So I don't think so. If you're looking for good PlayStation speakers, I wouldn't go with the HomePod, sadly. All right, almost 5. Let the refreshing begin. Jesper, thank you for the super chat. I have an iPhone 11, 128 gig. Is the 12 Pro Max 256 gig a good upgrade? Yeah, I would say it's a big OLED display. That's a camera improvement because you've got the new ultra-wide lens. You've got the new telephoto lens. So you've got that. Better battery life, 250, twice the storage. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a more expensive upgrade, but it's fairly good. Garin Sap Big, thank you for the super chat. My 10s Max still works fine. I am going to wait for the 13 series. I would love the camera upgrade for festivals, etc., but that's not happening soon. Yeah, this year, unless you're talking low light or HDR stuff, the cameras are not substantially better than the 11 series, but I would say substantially better than the 10s or 10 series. It's a pretty big upgrade from 2018. From 2019, pretty minor stuff. I mean, the low light stuff is pretty cool. Frank Rosati, thank you for the super chat. Just got the 12 mini black 128 gig through AT&T. You're the man, Drew. I don't know why I'm the man, but thank you, Frank. It's not live for me yet. I'm still refreshing. It says almost there now. But keep in mind, it's normal for the app to be a few minutes behind 5 a.m. So don't stress. Happens every year. Obviously, carriers go live a little bit earlier. They like to do that. AT&T's been live for a while. T-Mobile's been live for a while. That's good. Hopefully, we can all get our orders in. Obviously, once the app does go live, I'm going to have to ignore the chat for a minute. So forgive me if people donate or ask questions and I'm not answering because I'm going to be lasered in here. We're at the almost there stage. Still nothing for Andrew K. People are saying Apple website not working, as per usual. Pretty much like the Apple Store website will go live, but all the links don't work. That happens every year as well. Coffee Bibber just ordered through the app, so like I said, it's typical. Goes live for certain demographics earlier than others. I think it's because they're preparing delivery dates for where you are or whatever. 2 minutes in, not live for me. Come on, Apple, let's go. Take all our money. Yeah, the carriers pretty much always go live earlier, but they also have a more limited supply than Apple does, so you got to order faster on the carriers anyway. Because Apple definitely has the most. Website, people are saying website not working, website still down. Yeah, I try to warn people every year. I try to tell them. The website has never worked very reliably for me. Upgraded to a 12 from a 10s Max since the Face ID sensor broke and the camera is such a huge upgrade. Oh, cool. I hope it works well for you. Yeah, I like the 12 is amazing. I think the 12 is the phone for 12 and 12 mini are the phone for it's up. Okay, here I go. Favorites. Select. No, I do not have one to trade in. Add to bag. That's good. 12 Pro Max. I'm going to put them both in the bag. Put the phones in the bag. One-time payment. That's good. All right. That's a big checkout total. Oh, my God. No Apple Care. Who cares? Buy with Apple Pay. Here we go. Hopefully this delivers to the right place. That's also kind of important. Yes, that's the correct shipping. Ooh, that's over 2 Gs. Holy crap. Processing. Let's see if it works. Done. We got it. All right. Sending order confirmation. All right, the order has been placed. I copped them. It worked. Hopefully, if it's not working, don't freak out. Just give it a few minutes to go live. Let me see if anything else is live on the site really quick. I'm going to check for MagSafe Duo because that's really the only one I'm interested in. I want to see more MagSafe accessories. Come on, where are they? Where are they? They're there. iPhone accessories. I've seen AirPods. I don't need that. You can shop HomePod Mini. That's good. Ooh, MagSafe Duo is unavailable, but it's listed now. Ooh, $129. Hey, it's a little bit cheaper than I thought. Check it out. MagSafe Duo is listed. It says coming soon. You can finance it. $10 a month. What does it say? Product information. 20-watt USB-C power adapter sold separately. So there's no power brick. Oof. I think we were expecting that. Conveniently charge it. What's in the box? No! Dang it. It is USB-C to Lightning. Ugh. Dang it. I hate that. Well, at least it comes with it. So it's a USB-C to Lightning cable. You were right. What's your name? Aiton, you were correct. I hate that. 12 Pro Max is the one to get for enthusiasts, while 12 is for masses. Apple put the Pro at an awkward position by making the Max even better. Yeah, it's a very, very awkward position. I agree. Thank you for the super chat, though. So $129 US. I was expecting 150, so it's a bit cheaper than I thought, but I got a tweet about that because I just made a tweet saying I think it's USB-C. I was so close to being happy about it. There's pictures of it at least. It looks cool though. I like the idea of it. It would have been so good if it was USB-C. Ah, dang it. False alarm. Darn. I better screenshot that. Oh boy. No, I'm not getting a HomePod. I have way too many smart speakers, but yes, in case you wanted the HomePod Mini, it should be available to pre-order now. Let me just see if you can, just to check. If we got a space gray, yeah. Order it today, gets here on the 16th. So a few days after the 12 Mini and 12 Pro Max get here. It's not working for some people. Sorry about that. Don't freak out. It's normal. It happens. And nothing has sold out yet. Delivery dates have not slipped yet, so you've still got time. I don't know what the Duo is going to cost in the UK. I don't even know how to check for that. You know what's weird is the HomePod Mini at $100 comes with a 20-watt charge brick, but the iPhones don't at like $1,000. Man. Oh, well. So for those just tuning in, I ordered a black iPhone 12 Mini, 128 gig, and a Graphite 12 Pro Max, 128 gig. And I'm not sure which one I'm going to end up keeping. It'll depend on which one I like the most, which I'm not sure of. There's nothing about the HomePod Mini I think I would get out of reviewing it. I have a HomePod. It's great. HomePod Mini is cheaper and smaller, and I think you should get it if you want a Siri-powered smart speaker. I don't need to buy it to tell you that. Yeah, I got a tweet about MagSafe. They still don't have a release date on it. You can't order it, but they at least are listing it, which is interesting. And we got a price and everything. Oh, well. Thank you for the super chat, GNRW. Officially ordered mine, but Apple made it a pain in my by not letting me use Apple Pay while applying my Apple gift card. Why do they do that? I think they don't want you to use the gift card. They want the gift cards to go unaccounted for, but yeah. Anytime I've used an Apple gift card on a Apple order, it always kind of throws off the chain of events. But sorry they made it a pain for you. No charging brick is quite sad, frankly. I buy the charging brick separately. Also needs shipping and package, though. Yeah, but not everyone needs it. So spending the extra money on making sure every single phone ships with a charge brick would be wasteful. Now just the people who absolutely need it are getting it. So I get why they did it. Let's see. I stand corrected. It's Lightning. Dang it. That would have been so perfect. Because now I still have to carry around 2 chargers. I still have to carry around... Well, I guess I can carry around 1 USB-C brick. but I would have preferred it if I could only carry around one cable. All right. Coming soon. I picked up 2 I pre-approved from my iPhone at the Apple Store app. Strangely, my iPad still shows the store down. Both Gold Pro Max versions arriving on the 13th. Yep, mine also said the 13th, so I'm going to end up keeping one of these. That's why I'm somewhat excited. But, yeah, pretty seamless pre-order. Went pretty easily. Sorry it's not going up for anybody. If the site is not working for you, I highly, highly recommend using the app. It seems to be a lot more reliable. Oh, people are saying the new phone sleeves are showing up as well. I didn't get those. I didn't see what the point of that was. Delivers Friday. Cool. I'm actually going to be getting these on my trip. So I shipped them not here. So, again, I'm going to be leaving tomorrow, actually. Wow, it's already Friday. I'm going to be leaving for an anniversary trip, and most of the trip will be vacation and pre-recorded videos. But on the 10th, obviously, the Apple event day, I'll be doing my hype stream and my reaction and the recap video, and then on Friday we'll do the unboxings and everything. The Medic Gamer, hey, thank you for the super sticker, appreciate it. Keep saying interruption occurred for me. Try the app, keep refreshing. It's normal. If it's not showing up for you, it's likely that a ton of people in your region, it's not showing up for them either. So if you're worried about not getting it on launch, don't freak out. Just be patient. Any tips for saving battery on the 12 mini? Turn off 5G is probably the best one. I don't know. Low power mode. Keep the display brightness down. I don't know. I don't think the battery is going to be that bad, because I think the 12 and 12 Pro batteries are really, really good. In fact, easily gets you through the day. 12 mini will just about get you through the day, I think. Can I do a studio tour right now? I would love to, but this camera is not mobile. I can't really pick it up and show you a bunch of stuff. So check out Tailosive Talks if you want more office tours. People are saying the leather cases are available as well. So if you really wanted a leather case, I think those went live as well. Just bought the blue mini 128 gig. Good. Good. I like phones that are a bit more intentional about their size. Like, I feel weird, but I'm like the one guy using the 12 Pro thinking, I don't like this size. It's smaller than my old phone, but not quite as big, and I would rather have a huge phone or a tiny phone. I don't want something in the middle. Even though most average consumers probably would want something in the middle, I'm the kind of guy that's like, no, if you're going to make a red phone, make it red. If you're going to make a small phone, make it tiny. If you're going to make a big phone, make it huge. And that's kind of where I stand on the whole mini versus max thing. When was the HomePod Mini supposed to ship? They said at launch it would be the 16th. So 16th is launch day for the HomePod Mini, whereas 13th is the launch day for the 12 Mini. MagSafe Duo is on the site, but not available to order, which we talked a little bit about. $129, which I guess if you were expecting it to be cheaper, this is a disappointment, but I was expecting it to be $150, which is good because I'll happily be wrong on this one because I really wanted to get it. Oh, I can favorite it. Yeah, I'll do that, actually. Not available to order, but they're still saying coming soon. So, in my opinion, this should be like the last charger I ever need. I can't imagine needing to get another charger after MagSafe. I'm not getting a case. I don't use cases, in case you couldn't tell. I never used a case on, well, I think there were a few cases I tested out, but long term, I never used a case on my 11 Pro Max. Never used a case on the 12 Pro. Not my style. I like my phones naked. Feels better that way. Feels more comfortable. Unless it's the squared off design. This might feel more comfortable with a case, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not willing to buy one. They're too expensive. Hey, glad you got your Max ordered, Ace. Congratulations. Got my 12 Max coming on the 13th. There you go. I guess we should check around to see if, yeah, so people are saying new leather cases are available. Obviously, 12 Pro Max and 12 Mini cases are available. The wallet has been available for a while, but it's really slow shipping. And I would not recommend the wallet based on the videos I've seen of it. It seems like it falls off really easily, and it's not very sturdy. And I like the MagSafe charging mechanism, but I would not buy the wallet, especially given it only holds like 3 cards. which is not good enough for me. AJSR, thank you for the super chat. What do you think about unrepairable iPhone 12 with third party, even with switching the original spare part itself? Yeah, that sucks for the third parties. I mean, it obviously doesn't really impact me terribly significantly, so I'm not. I don't have a bunch of thoughts on it, but yeah, I mean, Apple's made it hard for third party repairs. It's not really new. It sucks for you guys. I apologize, but not much I can do about it. And there's not really much any of us can do about it, in my opinion. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue why Apple should do things that most people don't really care about. Obviously, there are people who care about it, but average consumer isn't going to notice, and most consumers are just going to want to take it to the Apple store anyway. So, yeah, it's a tough situation. I get it. Ray Day, thank you for the super chat. Time for iPhone 13 rumors to go crazy now. I don't know if there's been a bunch. I think iPhone 13 is going to be like the most boring iPhone upgrade in a long, long time. There won't be any new sizes, and the design is going to be the same, still squared off. Still OLED across the lineup. Still Face ID. The only feature that's like pretty confirmed is adding ProMotion at 120 hertz, which is, nice, but kind of long overdue. I felt like it would have been more meaningful if they did it this year, but oh well. Yeah, the money normally won't come out of your account right away. So Dexter says still can't get the HomePod Mini. It let me order it. Let me see if there's any ship time slipping. Man, I wonder when MagSafe Duo is going to be available. The sleeves are also showing up, but they only say coming soon. They don't say. Is that Belkin car vent mount new, or was that there before? I don't remember. $40. This is a little much. Let's see. A15 chip will be interesting. Yeah. Even faster. Wow. The iPhone 12 leather, I don't know what leather sleeve is $129? Jeez. That leather is pricey. Jeez. If you're having issues with ordering and there's an interruption occurring or it won't place the order, I would recommend not bringing it up in the chat because that's not going to help you much. I would recommend refreshing or entering new information or doing as much as you can to get that working, because if you're spending your time writing in the chat, it's probably it's probably not going to go very well. Let's see. Keep trying if it says there's an interruption. Currently unavailable. All right, I'll check the HomePod Mini. I said I was going to. Both colors. I guess there's no storage option to worry about. All right, I'll try the white one. Yeah, still available on launch day for me. Space gray. Yep, both say November 16th for the fastest shipping option. Oh, do you have to pay extra for shipping to get it on the 16th? That would kind of suck. Do you think Apple will launch new Apple TV soon? We've been saying that for like a year and a half now, and they still haven't, so I don't really know. There's always been talks behind the scenes. Yeah, they're about to release new Apple TV, but they were saying that like a year ago, and they never did. So I don't know who to believe anymore. I'm gonna say no, but I could be wrong. It could come out in a week, and it could come out in 6 months. I really have no clue. Yeah, try switching devices if the order isn't going through. That might work. In India, it's saying almost there for the past 15 minutes. Well, that means that probably everybody else in India is seeing the same thing. So don't worry about it. Just keep refreshing. I don't think you're going to get pushed back too far if everybody else is seeing the same thing where you are. Order ship dates in the UK slipped to the 16th for the iPhone? Please review the HomePod Mini and compare your experience against the OG HomePod. I'm sorry, I don't think it's going to be that interesting, and I have way too many smart speakers. I have like an excess. I've been selling off some of my HomePods because I have too many of them. So I'm sure the HomePod Mini sounds fine. I think it's a way better deal. I don't think you should get this traditional HomePod unless you can find it on sale or significantly discounted. And I don't think buying it and trying it out myself is going to change that perspective. I'm sure I could unbox it and be like, wow, it's so small. It's so little, but can still sound great. Um, so I don't need to order it just to say that. I don't think there's much to say on the matter. Um, are you pre-ordering both? Yeah, I got 12 mini and 12 Pro Max. They've been ordered. I got them about 5 minutes after the site went live. What does that total come out to? Let me check. It's a big one. $2,037.63. Whew. That's after tax. Man. Yeah, we're definitely returning one of these, and I'm definitely returning the 12 Pro. Probably today, actually. I'll send it back. But don't worry, I took lots of pictures of it. I got the B-roll. So we milked it for all it's worth. Thank you for the super chat, Paul. Appreciate it. First world problem, too many HomePods in your house. Well, when I had my big office, it made sense somewhat to have different smart speakers across all the different parts in the world, all the different parts in the office. But then obviously we realized that much space at the office was just kind of a waste. And it was expensive, so we downgraded to, working from home, which has actually been a lot better and especially appropriate now for the pandemic. And once we started working in a smaller environment, it was like, man, we got all these speakers. What do we do with them? So we still have an excess. We still have some smart speakers that are just unplugged and not working. And I don't even have Apple Music anymore, which is why the HomePod is not super useful. Until the HomePod supports either Spotify or YouTube Music, it's not super useful for me because I have to AirPlay everything to it instead of just call out to it and tell it to start playing something. Whereas I could still call out to my Google speakers and talk and have them play music because they use either YouTube Music or Spotify. So will you get the full refund for the 12 Pro? Yeah, typically you do. Anything I've returned with Apple, I've got a full refund on. Valerie super chat, it says, I was able to order the 12 Pro Max a few minutes early on the AT&T website. I'm upgrading from an iPhone 6 Plus to 12 Pro Max. Congrats, Valerie. I'm glad you got it. Yeah, typically the carrier websites go live early because carriers have less supply. So in case you're curious as to why, the carriers are more likely to slip on ship dates than Apple is because Apple has the largest amount of product. So that's why they go out a little bit earlier than the Apple Store. Let me see if any ship dates are slipping. Maybe what are we most curious about? Maybe the 12 mini. I feel like that's the more affordable one, so that one is probably getting more orders. Blue is kind of the new color. I'll try blue. Maybe start with 64 gigs. It's a one-time payment. Yep, still available at launch day for me. Let's try different storage. 128 gigs, still available at launch. Product red, available at launch. I can't find any 12 mini ship date slips yet. Camouflage says, what case did you buy? Would you go caseless? I've been caseless for like the past 3 years. Yeah, I don't get cases. But thank you, Camouflage, for the super chat. Josh W., thank you for the super chat. Got Pro Max 13th delivery, UK ship now. So apparently UK ship dates are slipping. Yeah, pretty much all companies have a return policy. Apple's is 14 days, so you can return anything you order from Apple within 14 days of delivery for any reason. What about 256 gig? Trying a few different. At least where I am, everything is still available on the 12 mini at launch. Every color, every storage. Alex Joy super chatted says, does the email say processing your order or confirming your order when you pre-order? Got a 12 Pro Max in blue. Just want to make sure I'm guaranteed. Yeah, if it tells you the order went through and everything and it's processing, yeah, you got it. You might not get the email instantly, but yeah, you should get it. Sometimes it takes a while for the charge to show up or for the email to show up. You should got it. Hey, Xanderpix got it. Congrats. Pro Max 256 Gold. Wow, that's a pricey one. Congrats. Anybody here getting 512? I see everybody getting, yeah, Anthony Tesla there says got the Blue Max 512. He's the only one I'm seeing so far that actually got the most expensive iPhone available. Who else got 512? That's a pricey one. Got an order number but no email. Yeah, it just takes a little time. Don't freak out. It's fine. Usually the Apple Store app is can behave a little bizarrely, or Apple servers could be a little weird on launch. I don't get Apple Care, but What iPhone do you refer for a longtime Android fan? This year, I mean, probably something like a 12 or 12 mini. I wouldn't jump straight to the pros if you'd never used an iPhone before. Man, this is slow mode. Slow mode is fast. A journey of random musings, bruh moment says 512 gig is overkill. Darcy Evans says 512. Now some people are just saying 512. 512 Blue 2 from Clever Cut. End War 07 got 512 gig Pro Max. Wow, some people are really getting it. That's a lot. So last time the Pro Max ship dates actually slipped before the 12, probably because they assume less people will order it. So I have a feeling the 12 Pro Max, similar to the 12 Pro, is going to get pushed back pretty far. Just because, not because demand is super high, but mainly because they didn't make a lot of them. I was reading reports apparently that they were literally taking away LiDAR sensors from the iPad Pro production line so that they could catch up on 12 Pro production. All right, the new color is Pacific Blue. I'll try that one. 128 gigs, probably going to be the most common. Storage option, still available at launch. All right. How about different colors? Silver, still available at launch. Yeah, everything's still available at launch for me. 256 gig. I cannot find an iPhone that has slipped on ship time yet. And it's been 25 minutes since 5 a.m., so it's not selling out super duper fast. As I said, the fastest I've ever seen ship date slip, that's a tongue twister, was about 20 minutes. So after 25 minutes, still can't find a single configuration that the dates have slipped back in for the Max or the Mini. Let's see. Upgraded from the 10 to the Pro Max in blue. Ooh, wow. That's a big upgrade. Congrats, Sarah. Hope it works out well for you. I do my YouTube on it. I do full recording and editing on it, so I use about 400 gigs on average and can't have no storage message pop up during recording or editing. Okay, fair enough. I guess, are you going to film in HDR, though? That's the real question. Dolby Vision. Drew, can I go to sleep? Yes. Oh, my God. What do you think? I'm going to say no? No! You must watch this stream. It is required. You cannot walk away. 12 Pro Max Blue in UK. Sounds like all the UK ship dates have slipped, but none here in the US, at least, where I am. I'm more the West Coast. Nothing slipping yet. HomePod Minis haven't slipped. Alex Diaz, thank you for the super chat. I got the 512 Max in blue. To those concerned, I work for Apple, and the processing email is good. Means your order has been placed. Unless your card declines, the order should go through. Well, I bought these iPhones with the Apple card, so if it gets declined, this is all on Apple. But thank you for the super chat. We'll do our final messages here because I'm gonna have to end the stream in a couple minutes, and then we're gonna record the Tailosive Tech podcast, which you guys should see shortly in a couple days. I'll not be here when the podcast goes live, but yeah, it is funny that you can finance the MagSafe Duo. It's not $129, guys. It's just $10 a month for 12 months. Not bad. While it is expensive and it sucks that it's Lightning, I still want one. I really do, honestly. Because think about it. Like, that thing is so tiny. Just looking at the picture of the MagSafe Duo in the Apple Watch charge puck relative to the size of the whole charger, that thing easily would fit in your pocket. And it's probably, since it's just metal and coils and you know, coated in some kind of soft silicon or whatever, you can wrap that up, fold it up, put it in your back pocket and be good. And then wherever you go and you're like, okay, I'm going to stay here for the night, time to charge. And you just unfold and dock your watch and your phone right there. That's awesome. So I definitely want to pick one of those up as soon as possible. Whenever it becomes available, I'm getting it. Taylor Francis, no message, but thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. I want an external Apple display. Well, there's the Pro display, but kind of pricey. But you can finance it. Just get into massive debt. Get a second mortgage on your Pro display. I'm on Mint Mobile. They've been great. I love Mint Mobile. They're not paying me to say that. I genuinely mean it. Like, I switched to Mint Mobile about a year ago now, I think, and it was... I'd been on Verizon my whole life, and I just figured, Verizon's the best. I got to use Verizon. And then I tried out Mint Mobile, and it was way cheaper, and the service was fantastic. So, Yeah, it went great. Um, let's see. Dubai dates are all set, and we shall have our phone on the 13th. 1 week to go, folks. 1 week. Then the iPhones are all here. How about a console from Apple? You could argue the Apple TV was their attempt at a console, but not a very good one at that. They did try to make a console before, but anyway. Is the processing mail a good sign? Yes, it's a good sign to get the processing. The chat's freezing up on me. Switching from iPhone 8 Plus to iPhone 12 Pro Max, do you think it will be a huge difference in battery life? Not huge, but definitely longer. Thank you for the super chat, Taylor. And AJ Tamber, I think this is our last super chat for the day. Thank you for donating. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm glad most of you were able to get your iPhone. If it's not working for y'all yet, I apologize. Just keep refreshing. Yes, every single Mint Mobile plan includes 5G, but in my experience, it's not that different. But even with Verizon, as I've seen from Sam, who was on Verizon from iUpdate, he even saw 5G be slower on Verizon than 4G. So just turn off 5G in general. I don't care what carrier you are. Just turn it off. You'll get better battery life and probably faster speeds, to be honest with you. So don't worry about 5G, but yes, it is included with Mint Mobile. It's way cheaper than most other carriers, and it works great for me. But thank you all for watching. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate the super chats, and I will chat with you all later. Have a great day. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.